It was supposed to be the simplest of operations, and yet everything seems to go wrong at once, and the body starts to pile up. Hello everyone, welcome to Harry's Book Cafe. Today we're going to talk about Richard Osman's latest novel, The Last Devil to Die. This is the fourth installment of the Thursday Murder Club series. I got this, as you can see, on a hardback, and the reason for that is because the hardback is cheaper than Kindle. I normally read book on Kindle; it's just so much easier. But this one happens to be cheaper than Kindle. I don't understand how a hardback can be cheaper than Kindle. Anyway, that's that's what it is. So as I said, this is the fourth installment of the Thursday Murder Club. I really enjoy the previous three. They really make me laugh. It is not, however, the case here. The fourth book, this one here, definitely takes a much darker tone than the previous one. It's the humor is still there, but significantly diminished. The rest of it is absent. I remember reading the previous ones and I kept giggling with the previous ones. This one's, however, that is not the case. It's much darker and very sad. There's a section that, if you have invested, as I have, with the previous books, and you are really invested emotionally in the characters, you will feel that punch. You will feel that gut punch. Perhaps will make you cry. It's really sad. Just be warned, part of it is really sad. However, it is not what you're thinking. None of the four the pensioners died. They were still alive and kicking. As I said in the introduction, it's supposed to be the simplest of operations, but everything went wrong. So this has everything to do with the drug dealers. You know, with Connie Johnson behind bars, there are other drug dealers from Liverpool start to replace her, and the shipment actually arrived in the UK without problem. The hard part is done. The easy part is someone to pick it up, deposit somewhere. In this case, with an antique dealer. And then someone else from the distribution will come and pick it up and start distributing within the UK. But that wasn't the case. The antique dealer sort of ran away with the drugs and he was then shot. That antique dealer just happened to be the friend of Stephen, Elizabeth's husband. And Stephen, as you know, is also the friends of Elizabeth's friend. And therefore, the antique dealer is the friend of all those four pensioners. So they started to investigate who killed him. And it's perhaps one of the most difficult case that they have come across. Is much more harder than the previous ones. There are so many drug dealers and they don't know. They have to suss out who did it. And there's red herrings and curveballs being thrown at them. It is very difficult. Now, so the four characters are still there. Joyce is still the ever talkative, Elizabeth still Elizabeth, Ron is still the rival, and Abraham is still practicing psychology in prison with Connie Johnson. The only difference, however, compared to the previous three, is that Elizabeth plays a very diminished role. Her significance has been taken away because something happened to her. You're going to have to read and find out. In her absence, however, Joyce took over and she did a very good job rallying the troops and trying to solve this murder. Then the other usual characters with Chris and Dana and Bogota were all involved. There are quite a lot of new characters. Some bad, some less bad, and all of them plays a very important role in solving the murder. And the body count in this book is significantly higher than the previous ones. There are so many people died in this book. It is incredible. As I said, it's taken a much darker tune than the previous ones. It's well worth read, so give it a try. Do I like it? Yes. Do I like it as much as the previous ones? No, I don't. I think the previous three are much better than this one. However, this one is still very good. I just find it's very different than the previous ones. It's less humorous, it's a lot darker. So perhaps that's the reason I don't like it quite as much as the previous three, but it's still very good. I thought, before reading this book, I thought this is going to be the last Thursday Murder Club books, but in fact, I was wrong. In the acknowledgement at the back of the book, Richard Osman did say that this is not going to be the last one. He's planning to write a lot more in the future. However, his next book is not going to be related. It's going to be a crime book, but is nothing to do with Thursday Murder Club. So I reckon the next one, the fifth installment, is probably going to be a couple of years away. So we have to deal with that. I did mention when I did my previous Thursday Book Club review that you can read the novels as a standalone. That is not the case here. This is quite intricately linked with the third one. You really have to read the previous ones to get most of the enjoyment out of this book. So I highly recommend it that you check out the previous ones first before you venture into this one. Really good book. Highly recommend it. I don't want to give too much away, so that's going to be pretty much it. It's a new channel, as I said before. Please subscribe and like if you like reading. It really does help a new channel like mine with the YouTube algorithms, and it really motivates me to get more contents like this out on a regular basis. So yeah, any like and subscription would be much appreciated. As I have mentioned in the previous video, I do have a separate channel that deals with traveling around Europe and some part of the world. So if you're interested in traveling, please, I'll put a link here. Please check it out. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, cheerio.